Good morning, all. My name's David Campanile. I'm the owner of Campanile Law here in the state of New Jersey. We are in the midst of a snowstorm, but I am always here to bring you some estate planning advice. As always, if you would like to talk estate planning with me, you could contact me at njestateattorney.com. So today I thought I'd talk to you guys a little bit about family ownership, family business ownership, and estate planning. So when we look at estate plans, and we understand that the lifeblood of most families is business ownership, and there are a couple things we could do. And the first question that I actually just got faced with was, David, I own a small business. How much money are my family members going to receive from this business? And I said to them, well, the next question I had was, what is the goal? Is it to sell the business immediately, take what you can get, and leave? Does the family want to stay in control of everything and see how they operate things for a little while before a potential sale? And it was, look, I want my family to get the best deal. I want them to make the most money. What can we do? So here's what we do. In this instance, when this is your goal, what I always recommend is, look, we set up a revocable living trust, but it becomes what we call a life insurance trust. So you're probably going, what's the difference with this? The difference is very simple. Instead of assigning assets like your house or your pension or whatever to this trust, what you're doing is you're getting a life insurance policy, and you're assigning the life insurance policy to the trust. So in essence, what you've done is you've passed away, you've taken this life insurance money, it goes into the trust. Now that trust has to create income, and the beneficiaries to the trust are going to get money from that income as you have directed in the trust document. What does this do? Well, this buys the family members time to get a good deal, get the business appraised properly. They're not in a panic to move everything because they have some sort of income coming in. And what will happen is, if we don't have this kind of life insurance trust built in, your family's scrambling, they want to sell, and they end up going cheaper than probably what they should have been sold for in some instances. So it's one thing that becomes an option, is definitely to do a life insurance trust. And now you're probably going, okay, David, life insurance trust, I don't get this. So here's what you do. You go to your life insurance company, let's say it's, I don't know, State Farm, and you took out a $250,000 life insurance policy on yourself, and your beneficiary right now is your spouse. You could go in, there's simple forms, and what you do is you say, no, it's going to, I want to change the beneficiary from my spouse to the John Smith Life Insurance Trust. And you can do that. After you've established this trust documents are very simple to have drafted up. And basically what you're saying to them is, upon my death, my executor or my beneficiary, the representative of the trust, the trustee, will come here to collect the life insurance policy. It is the trustee's job now to invest that money in the trust box and create income off of that trust. And in turn, your family now has money to live on while they're appraising the business. The next question that comes up, and this is a huge one, and we will continuously discuss this, is the estate tax. What happens, what's my estate tax going to be? Well, here in New Jersey, there is no estate tax. I bet you didn't know that. But there is a federal estate tax. So what happens is, when you're appraising businesses, sometimes they're appraised very high, and this can cause a disproportionate estate tax to be paid out. And that's something you want to avoid. So the question is, how do we avoid that? It's very simple. What happens is, what you want to do is kind of start involving family members. What happens is, the more owners in a small business, the harder and harder it is for an outside person to come in and purchase the business, because there's more people they have to buy out. It's not as quick, easy, and clean for them. So what you do is you start assigning small minority interests to other family members of the business at a discounted rate, because now you have less marketability and less control that these individuals can come in and purchase from you. So what does this do? You're making these lifetime gifts, so when it's reflected in the tax returns, your taxes, your taxable income and your taxable estate is diminished, because now you have more people claiming pieces of the pie. So think of it like a pizza pie, right? If you have one person who eats the whole pie, well, you're gluttonous, and it only goes to one person. We can hit up that person a lot. But even if we cut it in half, now there's only 4 pieces for 2 people. But if we give it in 4 people, now there's only 2 pieces per person, and 8, it's 1 piece per person. So the more people we have, these smaller shares, the harder and harder it is to purchase out. It's easier to buy 1 pie from 1 person than it is to buy 8 slices from 2 people, or 8 slices, from 4 people, or 8 slices from 8 people. So just to go over, we talked about a life insurance trust. We talked about the estate tax a little bit today for help your family with family business ownership. As always, my name's David Campanile. I'm the managing attorney at Campanile Law, located in the great state of New Jersey. And if you want to talk estate planning with me, have questions, please don't hesitate to reach out to me. Schedule your free meeting at njestateattorney.com. Have a great day, guys.